Welcome back to Leroy's Kitchen. It's been a long time since I posted anything, so I thought it might be time to get something back up on YouTube. Tonight I'm going to do curry number 2. Now it's called curry number 2 because there's basically 2 of everything in it. It's not the second curry I ever invented or anything like that. It's a foolproof, simple curry, and for minimal cost you can have a beautiful dish. So I got 2 pounds, or about 800 grams of chuck steak. Make sure you get the really sort of sinewy, fatty steak. By the time it's cooked through, you'll think it's ribeye when we're finished with this curry, so don't waste your money on getting anything amazing. The good old chuck steak will do the trick. I've got 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of minced ginger, 2 red chilies, 2 onions, which I've already diced. Now my spice mixture is really simple because it's 2 of everything. So I got 2 teaspoons of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of sugar, white sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of garam masala, 2 teaspoons of ordinary curry powder, and 2 teaspoons of turmeric. That's going to be the basis for our sauce. We're going to throw in some tomatoes and coconut milk to bring it all together. But let's get on to the meat. Okay, in this shopping bag I placed that diced meat, a couple of tablespoons of flour and a pinch of salt and pepper, and as you can see inside the bag there, once I've given it a shake, it's all coated. Now that's important because that's going to give a colour to the meat, and it's also going to seal it, because what we're going to do here is, in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, we're going to sear the meat in this pan. And once the meat's seared, we're going to toss it in here, and guess what? There's 2 cups of beef stock and 2 cups of water in there, which I've just brought to a boil. Now when this meat is seared, we're going to throw that in there, and until that becomes a very small amount of slurry left, we're going to simmer it all the way down until the liquid's gone. We'll put it back in with our curry. Okay, so after about 3 minutes, the meat will be pretty much seared. There will be some pink bits there, that's still fine. Most of the meat is sealed, so I'm going to tip that straight into our stock and water. And this is just going to simmer until there's basically no stock and water left in that pot. So keep this pan going because we can start on the sauce. So in that's going to go our chili, garlic, ginger and onion. Just bear with me. Okay, so just fry this off for 3 or 4 minutes, or until the onions are cooked through. We don't want to burn them. It's just a bit of leftover oil in that pan from the meat. I'm just going to fry this off. Then once that's done, we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so the frying's done on that. So now in goes our whole spice mixture. We're going to toast these off before we add any liquid to the pan. So I'll just mix this in and show you. The colour's going to change quite dramatically. I'm going to give these a good toast. If your pan's a little bit dry like mine is, just drop in a smidge of olive oil. I'm just going to drop in just a couple of drops of olive oil just to help toast those spices. Okay, be back in a second. About 90 seconds later, my spices are toasted. Now it's time for our 2 tins. Now we have 1 tin of diced tomatoes and 1 tin of coconut milk. So they're our